It is a new week, and that means we are kicking off a new teaching series with our own Robbie Simons, and you're talking about simplicity. So what does that actually mean?
If only it was that simple.
Simplicity.
Yeah, there it is. I mean, that looks good to me. I'm really excited about that. It does look beautiful and simple. Who's kidding who? We run around in chaos. Our world, people are just flying around. We just came through December. What a month that was. Oh, you know, and now we're in January. And again, I think we all understand that just sometimes taking stock, why are we doing what we're doing? Why are we running so fast? The smartphone is an epidemic. The smartphone itself is literally, studies now, it's ruining lives. So, Greg, you want to talk about that also?
No, and it's also killing lives. I mean, even the statistics here in Ontario, people dying just by being distracted.
Wow.
And why do we distract ourselves? Is that a result of the fall? Is, to be busy and things that really aren't that important?
Yeah, well, we're all trying to find purpose, right? I mean, like the natural human desire is a longing for meaning and purpose. But the problem is the Bible goes out of its way to tell us we're looking in the wrong places, right? We're trying to pursue that which is earthly and temporal. It will never satisfy. How much does the Bible talk about this? In Psalm 115, one of the verses that guide us this week too is idolatry is the pursuit and love of anything other than Christ himself. But it's amazing what the Bible says. Let's make sure I get this right. Regarding idols, those who make them become like them, and so do all who trust in them. I'm like, wow. So like if I'm worshiping a thing, I'm actually becoming like that thing? No thanks.
And I was reading a little bit later on the Psalms 136, somewhere in there, and it talks about worshiping other gods and becoming like that God.
Yeah. So that's it right there. So the call for simplicity is so powerful. Jesus says, you look at in this vein too, right? He says, what does it profit if you gain the whole world yet forfeit your soul? Those who is building bigger barns. And he says, you fool, this night your soul's required of you, and whose will you pass on to that which was yours, right? The guy spent his whole life in this,
You know what? When I was new here, younger, working here and working, I have a little bit of a workaholic tendency. I have to, true confession. Met a guy who had spent his whole life working for an organization, gave everything to it, like day and night. And as a result, he lost his wife and kids. Like they basically had nothing to do with him because he was never home. And he said, I retired, and like 30 minutes after I was out of there, everybody just moved on. The whole world moved on. Everyone forgot about me. And he realized, what have I given my life to? He was in a new phase of his life. He had a new marriage, and he was like, I'm doing everything differently. And he was warning the young me, don't give everything to your job because there's more to life and it's not worth it. And that's what the Bible says, but it took him a lot of us a whole life to figure it out.
Yeah, so Lord help us. May this be a week of wisdom right now, right? The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want, right? I need nothing else than the Lord ultimately as my shepherd. So we're watching right now, our viewers are watching, and just again, I will admit too much my life is like, it's just too much. I just want to sit down, just stop. Like I need to sit. And as I say it now, I just realize, wow, it's so true. To sit and absorb and be with the Lord and see the presence of God and to love him. And so this is what we're going for this week. So we just tune in each week. We're excited to see what God does.
Thank you, Robbie. I'm just going to go lie down in green pastures.
Yes.
And have a great day. Thank you, Robbie. We're looking forward to that. And, if you don't have that relationship with Jesus, you don't know what it's like to have rest, call us right now because he is the one, Cheryl, that makes the difference.
Absolutely. We'll be right back.
Media. This medium. Curated, created, constructed, and colluded to communicate, to influence, to connect, and entertain. With ease, with speed. Over 7 billion people yearning to connect, yearning to be fed, always looking out for whatever's cool, whatever's funny, whatever's trending. The medium is the message, but are we receiving the message? When everything is constantly moving, constantly changing, there is one thing that will not change, one thing that will outlast our lives, one thing that lasts longer than time itself, one thing that knows no bounds, no status, no color. That one thing has a name. As missionaries, we are here to share that one name, Jesus. Using the ease and speed of media to spread light to the lost, to communicate, to influence, to inform, to connect. We are media missionaries.
You know, we've been talking today about your money mindset, and for us, you becoming a monthly partner of this ministry is a way that we can plan ahead. We can have financial security. It's just so much better stewardship to know every month this is what comes in. So for those of you who are responding to that and you're signing up as a monthly partner, thank you so much. You are such a help and a blessing to us.
I love what Brad Hewitt said. Generosity creates satisfaction. You know, you hear the richest people in the world, they're struggling because they're afraid they're going to lose it, or they have to have more. Or the athlete says, hey, that guy's making more than me, and I'm just as, you know, we can get caught in that trap, whether we're, you know, famous people, wealthy businessmen, or just average people like most of us are. You know, we can have that satisfaction, and it comes in generosity.
And the reverse side of that, I love what he said, because I've seen that among the poor and the rich, and even in my own heart sometimes, being jealous or covetous or wishing for more, being dissatisfied because you're comparing yourself with somebody else. It can happen to all of us. It doesn't matter how much money you have. We can be looking at someone else or striving all the time for more, and that art of being satisfied and saying, you know what, it's enough.
It's enough, and we've got eternal life. That's the thing that matters most important. And if you're on a spiritual journey and you want to get this contentment that ultimately comes in a relationship with Jesus, always call our prayer line. Somebody will just talk to you and just hear your questions. 1-866-273-4444.
Absolutely. We'd love to be an encouragement to you every day. I hope that you found some inspiration today. I certainly did. It's a great reminder of how we interact with money. It's not evil, but how we look at it could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
See you later. Bye.
Thank you for your ongoing support of Crossroads, a member of the Canadian Council of Christian Charities. You can write to Crossroads, P.O. Box 5100, Burlington, Ontario, L7R 4M2.
From James Merritt comes an insightful, inspiring, and comforting journey through the Psalms.
James, we are so excited that you've partnered with Crossroads to offer your new book, 52 Weeks Through the Psalms.
Well, I'm honored to be with you as always, and this book is fascinating because in it you're going to learn how to understand about the provision and the power of God. You're going to learn how to trust in the approachable presence of God, and most of all, you're going to be able to grow in your joyful response of God. We're going to have a great time.
As you begin a new year, Crossroads encourages you to embark on weekly readings in the Psalms. To make it easy and most meaningful, we'd like to give you a complimentary copy of this new book, 52 Weeks Through the Psalms, when you make your January gift to support 100 Huntley Street and Crossroads' unique media mission. We're waiting to hear from you, so call now, 1-800-265-3100, or make your donation at crossroads.ca/donate.